welcome to another exclusive one right here, Google Play Spotlight, with your host, Rachel Hakim, aka Ray. Today, it's an awesome pleasure for me to be having one amazing person that we have been looking throughout the year to actually have her on our screens. It has been an amazing journey that we knew her from one of the famous movies around that was Goodbye, Julia. And in that movie, it was directed by Mohammed Kordofan. And it happens to be that Julia, a South Sudanese woman, took off the boundaries by breaking the barriers and becoming an international actress. Not only that, she is one person that is leading in the world of fashion as a model. Today, we will be hearing much more of insightful discussions from her, a conversation that will be rich, powerful, and inspiring. As you are watching us today, just know this. With this, you are going to be fully inspired and also entertained throughout the journey of Siran Riak. Welcome to Google Play Spotlight.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's an awesome pleasure that today, actually, I have goosebumps already, that I'm meeting you. And it is really, really amazing that you are doing so good representing us as a country, not only as a woman itself. That itself shows that indeed the power relies on a human being. Can you briefly tell us about your journey from the fashion world to the screens as an actress?
You know, it's always a pleasure to represent your country to the world and show them who we really are, because the world knows us about war and famine, but we are actually much more than that. We are the leading models in the world right now, and this is a pleasure and something to hold our heads so high about. My journey started in 2011 after we moved from Sudan after the war to Uganda. And I was very interested since childhood about modeling. I always wanted to become a fashion model. And these are details I mentioned in my book as well, how to become a fashion model. The journey started in Kampala. I found a group of models training and I joined them and I did local fashion shows, Kampala Fashion Week, until I moved to Malaysia when I was doing school, university. And things started for me from there on an international level. It was not an easy journey, but I give God the glory that things worked out good for me. It was a lot of rejection, and this is what the modeling industry is all about. There's always so much rejection. People don't get it, but yeah, there's always a no. Sorry, there's always somebody who looks like you somewhere, and it's so fast, you know. The film came in a very amazing way. Like, you know, they always say opportunities come in when you least expect it. And that's exactly what happened with me. I wasn't prepared for it. I've never imagined myself to be an actress. I never rehearsed for it. I didn't know how to even be an actress. But the opportunity came, and it came in a very big way. It swept me off my feet.
Oh, nice.
But I'm excited, and I was honored to represent South Sudan in the film.
That's a very great one because the film came in, first time experience, but you took it in a very great way that a lot of people fell in love with you through their screens. And I would say congratulations for making that happen.
Thank you.
So you spoke about you forming your own group and your passion towards that. Tell us a bit about it and like the book itself, because I've been seeing it on TikTok and it's really
Yeah.
massive, like, calling out people, even like, training them. How do you create confidence among young women and reshaping them to be models?
It's not easy, but this is something that I wished somebody had done for me when I was starting up. Because I didn't know I was lost, but I knew I was a talented person and I knew I wanted to do something, but I needed somebody to guide me. So how I'm looking at it is I'm looking at the younger me back in the days, which is the all young girls in South Sudan and around the world. Have the passion to become fashion models, and I'm just guiding them all through my mistakes, the experiences that I learned, because it's self-taught, and I feel like it's full of value. And I wrote it in my book, How to Become Fashion Models. It's just clear instructions of how to start, how to be as a person, because people think being a fashion model is just a fashion model.
Sure.
But it's not. Fashion model is a character. You need to hold you, it's a job. Just like being a secretary, just like being a president, an ambassador, fashion model, being a model is also a responsibility. You need to know what are you representing. And a lot of us don't know that, unfortunately. I learned this because I was always the only South Sudanese model, and I needed to portray my country all the time and show people that we're not just models are not just anyhow being used for anything,
Yeah.
but we have a message. We need to show the world. We need to let the world know about us. So that's how it all became.
Interesting. Currently, as a young woman who is already taking off the international stage, both in acting and at the same time modeling, what do you think are the major challenges as a black woman as well you have been facing in the industry?
Apart from always being rejected, I still fail to understand why there's so much rejection in the industry. There's always somebody who looks like you somewhere. And the fashion industry is a dark world. It's a very dark world. You need to know who you are before you get in there. Because once you're there, you're easily influenced by other things, and you easily turn or change your mind from the first reason why you joined the industry. And there's so much temptation, there's so much luxury life and high life, and so much to actually make you forget where you're coming from and your values as a person. Yeah.
Interesting. Currently, we have a thought as South Sudanese. I don't know why is it so difficult, but then when it comes to women exploring the world, especially when it touches the fact of entertainment, and we go to modeling, music, and the rest, and then people are like, there's something wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. You're a woman and stuff like that, and a lot of stories. Why do you think it's still hard for us to accept that concept, and what should we do as South Sudanese to break that down?
I believe this is all culture, I believe, because even I had the opportunity to travel around the world. Being a fashion model, a female fashion model, in Paris, Milan, is not approved. They don't look at you like a valuable person. Actually, in Milan, they do because that's something that they value. But in Paris, they don't look at you like something that is valuable. New York, you're a fashion model, but then it's not something that is holding value to them. I don't understand why, but I believe we can, as South Sudanese, come together and make it something that is valuable, because as of a world perspective, we are leading right now. We are the most shown fashion models all around the world. We have Aduta Cage presenting us, and Nokia. We have so many different fashion models all around. Even I know them from Uganda and from South Sudan. So if we make it something that is like the basketball, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, something that is something we know how to do, valuable for us. We treasure it, and it starts home. It doesn't start somewhere else. So we need to show this here in South Sudan, how valuable this is to us, and train our people how to have morals and values when they go outside to represent to the world, so that we can reflect the image in our country and for whatever that we're looking at it.
At the start, you say that a lot of people knew us as, like, when they hear the word South Sudan, war, famine, hunger, and the
Yeah.
rest that comes in. As Siran, what do you see that people cannot see about the country?
Oh my God, I see a lot of potential. I see a lot of gift we have. We are very beautiful. We're very talented. We're very different. We're very unique. This is what I see. Actually, people see that, but then they just choose not to let us know.
Yeah.
But they see that we're different. They see that we're very intelligent, and we need to push for that, because when you want somebody to understand something about you, you need to let them know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Things that we don't know about you, at least three.
Wow. I'm a very private person. I'm a
Really?
very private person. I don't like to I feel like I don't like people to know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And I'm shy.
Oh, come on, come on. No, 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 no.
I'm very shy. I'm very shy.
Okay.
People don't know that because I learned to show you what I need you to see. And this is something I feel like is good for my career. The third thing is, what am I? I love design, fashion design. And almost lately, a lot of my outfits and dresses, I make them myself.
Nice.
Yeah, this is something people don't know.
I'm already shocked. I think we should start shopping from you right away. I really love the fact that you're multi-talented and you described yourself very well. The treasure of you knowing who you are and enabling the world as well to see your creativity is something that is beyond amazing. And I'm so pleased that you're one character that took onto yourself into building who you are. Do you believe that um, young women have the right and time right now to be themselves and build the persons that they really want to become?
Yes, definitely. It takes time. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of self-teaching, reading a lot of books, knowing exactly which area you want to portray, which area you want to strengthen. But yes, definitely.
Interesting. What are the things that you would really love to do in the country in 5 years to come?
Oh, wow. I always say becoming an empire in the fashion industry.
Nice.
I don't want South Sudan to be like the next Milan or the next New York, something of a big fashion hub for us.
Nice.
And the whole world is coming to source anything fashion related from us. So if this is something that is going to take me personally to push for it, which I'm already working on it, yes, I will do that.
Nice. Well, for you out there, if you never knew, this Sunday from 5 to 7, Seniors Hub, located in Tomping, that is before Winners Chapel, Catholic University Road, you can have the opportunity to meet and greet Siran. I hope your name, I'm pronouncing it well.
Yes.
That's really good. Yeah, so you can come and meet her, greet her, ask her questions that you really love to. Because, like, finding a person like her, that's maybe up to next year. We don't know. So it's very, very important. I will say that treasures are made when people notice it, and you have really noticed that. What are the things that you have seen young women are getting it wrong when it comes to fame, entertainment, or either their career with the creative industry?
They're just not patient enough because in there, trust me, there's so much glamour. There's so much fake things that are covered under gold and diamonds you don't really see. But if we take time to really see and study your movement, you will understand that this is not for you. And you will be able to move to the right direction without causing a lot of damage for yourself. Yeah.
You spoke about that you have written a book,
Yeah.
how to become a fashion model.
Yeah.
I'd really love to know more about it a bit and how can we access that book? Because people like me, of course, will be loving to know more about it and the concept regarding it, and even those who are aspiring models out there.
It's not just for aspiring fashion models, fashion and interested fashion people, fashion designers, makeup artists. It's just how to be something. And you can just take the idea of how to become something and then just develop it in whatever area that you like. It's currently on Amazon Kindle.
Okay.
But I am thinking to have a launch here in South Sudan soon. I will be announcing on all my social media when it's ready, when it's time. Yeah, basically, it's just talking about tips and tricks on how to do it and what to avoid, you know, from, let me say, expert perspective. Yeah.
Nice. Because experience is what we really need than just like words and stuff. That's a really good one. Apart from an actress, a model, now an author on
An
top of
author.
that. That's really good. Progress and growth each and every time. Congratulations for that
Thank
in
you.
advance. And definitely as Google Play Spotlight and SSBC, we are going to be part of it as well by bringing the views, everything to right to you. Well, let's go for a short break and we'll be back. And up next, we'll be having a song coming in from Ali Joma Saluk. And this song hit just 1.5 million views. A very, very great groundbreaking thing for Ali Joma. Congratulations to him. As we view this, we're back shortly. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is Google Play Spotlight right here on SSBC with your host, Rachel Hakim. I have a very amazing, potential, stunning, let me say, good looking, confident, just name them all, just name them all, because she carries all the qualities that it's needed for a person to not only invest in themselves, but also invest in the nation as well. Siran Riak, one potential person that appeared on our beautiful screens, took over to amazing runways, and currently with us in the studio. It's really amazing to see someone that is doing really good in the international level and coming to share her vision and her thoughts about the industry in general. So Siren, there's something that have been disturbing me. And I said, let me ask you this question. Usually people think that whoever is like you or other people who are successful out there, they're stress-free, they're always motivated. They have this thing of saying that my 5 a.m. routine, how
Oh,
I wake
wow.
up, how I do my bends, they're 24/7 up to their games. How do you keep all that going? Are you always motivated? Are you
No.
always that A-list person that is looking forward into putting everything perfect in front of people?
No.
Okay.
If anybody says that they are, that's not true. We always break down at some point. Every day is not always a sunshine day. We have really bad days, but you have to show up. And I think the key to making it happen is the consistency. It doesn't matter what you're going through, you need to show up because there are people watching you and people inspired by you. So you need to do it for them, not for yourself.
Okay, that's very nice. It's very motivating. So, Siran, apart from the concept of right now, you're venturing into the modeling world and your author journey, plus the actress side of it, anything that you are focusing on right now and you would love to make it as part of you as well?
I am focused on business at the moment because at some point I'm going to have to settle down. And this is, I feel like we are getting closer to that.
Okay.
So I'm focused on business and growing that also in the fashion industry as well.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's really thoughtful of you. And I'm so pleased about knowing that you are focused into that self as well. So, as your younger you and currently the older you, what will you advise the younger Siran about growth, failure, and impossibilities that you made it possible?
I would just say that the world is not perfect. Things don't happen just because you're beautiful, just because you're tall enough to be a fashion model, or you're
Facts.
perfect enough to be whatever that you want to be in life. Um, Things don't work your way. You have to be very patient. This is something I had to learn the hard way. I went through so many phases of anger issues because it- I've always if I wanted something, I get really angry when I'm not getting it. So I had to learn that they don't work my way. If you want something, you have to portray it, you have to pursue it, you have to be consistent, you have to be on time for it, you have to show the world that I am worth it, you know. I would advise not just the youngest around, but all the inspiring young models and people in general, female and male. I would say that work on yourself, read a lot of books because knowledge is really power.
Yeah.
When you know something, you know how to do it.
Yes.
You know how to get a shortcut for it. You don't have to go the long way just because everybody's going there. You know, working smarter. When you have knowledge, you know how to work smarter. So I would say invest in books, watch a lot of podcasts, YouTube, learn about whatever topic that you're interested in. Um, Develop a routine for yourself,
Yeah.
which is later you're going to need it when you are not able to wake up, when you're not able to show up for that particular something. When you have a routine, which is laying your bed, having your breakfast, an order for things, you
Yeah.
will push yourself to show up when you can't.
That's
Because
so true.
sometimes you don't have people pushing you. Like I'm blessed, I have four sisters, three sisters and one brother, and they're pushing me and they're always behind me. But then there are some people who don't have that. They don't have the luxury of having an elder sibling or a younger sibling to push you or to hear you out. But then you have to do it. You have to do it for yourself. Yeah.
That's so true. I really like that. Keep the spirit, and we are so proud of you. What do you see, or what do you think should be done in South Sudanese or South Sudan fashion industry for it to uplift its game to the global standard? Because right now, people who are not South Sudanese are benefiting from our own
Yeah.
models. What do you see it's missing that we really need to do?
We need to just step up as a country together. This is not a one-man job. This is all of us in the fashion industry collectively. We need to be consistent. We need to pursue. We need to build something within ourselves. We need to agree, a team, and then we push for it. Yeah.
That's so good. So your final word to people out there who are looking forward into you and they're just like, they're feeling like they need to connect into the fact, actually also sharing your social media handles, because I believe someone out there will be like, where is her platform? I really need to follow her right now.
It's just Siran Riak on all of my social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I would just say that keep pushing, do what you need to do because we all looking up to you.
That's so adorable. Thank you so much, Siran, and I'm so pleased that today we had this amazing session with you.
Thank you so
It
much.
shows that indeed every time we meet you, there's something different. I believe, like last year when we had you in the country for the first time, we spoke about something new. Now this year, something bigger. It shows that there's a progress and there's something that you're doing, of which I believe it will be more and more each and every time. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Pleasure.
welcome. Well, to you out there, don't forget to also follow us on our social media handles, and that is Google Play on Facebook, Google Play SSD, that's on Instagram, Google Play SSD on TikTok. And from me, Rochelle Hakim, to you, I would like to say thank you so much for your precious time. Up next, we'll be having a song coming in from Afrimo, Jealousy.